Sırada Mr. Murat var. Mr. Murat'ı sahneye davet etmek istiyorum. Mr. Murat. Alkışlarınızla lütfen.
Your Excellency.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Mr. Murat bence ülke olarak, şehir olarak başımıza gelen en iyi şeylerden bir tanesi. Gerçekten her etkinlikte konuşması bizler için çok öğretici oluyor. I thought nice things.
And more.
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 Yeah. Would you like me to say more? Yeah.
The only thing I hate about him, Erhan Bey, is that he never calls me Tarek Bey. You know, since we worked together in
10 years ago.
1960s.
Yeah.
We started together in 1960s. I'm joking. In 2007 at Sultan Ahmed, you know, he was so obsessed with the system where it's always Mr. and family name, but he doesn't believe we come from the same culture. It's all about the first name.
Yeah. Okay. Tarık Bey sahnede. Çok teşekkür ediyorum. Sahne sizde. I leave stage to you.
But it's empty sahan, no food, nothing.
I don't know if you want.
Good morning, everyone. And Sasha, thank you so much. I'm so frightened to say anything after what you said. So, what is my topic for today, Erhan Bey?
Anything you want.
Anything I want. Okay, fantastic. So, how many of you watched yesterday match Rome against the Dutch team? Anybody watched the match? It was the finals of the new Confederation Cup of the Europa Championship in football. Nobody watched it, right? Okay, so I changed my presentation now. Forget it. No, it has a lot of it, but I will come back to it. You know, we are here talking about how we can cope with the post-pandemic, you know, change of business and the incredible increase of demand. And we are very fortunate here in Turkey because this year, you know, smashed all previous records, you know, in occupancy, in average rate. I think Andrew brought us great luck. So thank you very much, Andrew, for coming to Istanbul. Yeah. And you know what? It's nothing new. On earth, my belief, there is nothing new. You know, customer behavior is the same since the beginning of the business, okay? Customer needs is the same like the beginning of the business. And reality of life is we are evolving. Today is definitely far much better than yesterday. Tomorrow is far much better than today. And I want just to reflect back in 2020, you know, when the pandemic started, I'm sure all of us read, you know, these experts telling us that, you know, forget about buffets in the future, you know, forget about the handshake, forget about the hugs, forget about the kisses, you know, this does not exist, and people will be like continuing this alien behavior, sitting in the room, detached from the society, and. But I always thought, and maybe I shared it a number of times, that this is, and excuse my French, this is total bullshit. We are human beings. Human beings were created to multiply. And we are all above 18 here, right? So there is only one way to multiply. Okay? That you have to have two genders or specific items from two genders and you put them together, right? There is no other way, okay? And in normal circumstances, and my wife is a gynecologist, she's the best gynecologist in Turkey and she works in Acıbadem. So for all those ladies who are looking forward, please go. We need the extra income. Anyhow. And a beautiful remark she made to me 3 years back when we were in Milano. And of course, because I work in Four Seasons, so I get free stays, you know, so I can manage these amazing, beautiful hotels. So we were sitting in the Duomo area in Milano, and after 2 days, and she said, Tarek, if they ever offered you a job in Milano, never ever take it. I looked at her, I said, are you crazy? This is one of my most favorable cities. You know, it's the land of fashion, the food, and. She said, yes, Tarek, but I don't see any hamil around. You know what's hamil? Pregnant ladies. So there is no business for her there. And guess what? What is the biggest challenge for Italy today, you think? Sustainability. And why sustainability? Because you need people, you know, to carry on all kinds of business. And today we are talking about hotel business, right? I'm talking about hotel business today? Yes. And I want to share something with you. Guests comes and tell us in the luxury world, because Andrew and I and so many other colleagues in the luxury segment, we only feel very proud about one thing only. When the guests come and tell us, wow, your team was fantastic. Wow, they are really hospitable. Wow, they are genuine. Wow, we love talking to them. Wow, they are insightful. They think of what we need and provide it in advance. I don't think we feel proud when people come and tell us, oh, I love your chandelier. Because guess what? Today, this is the best chandelier in the world. Tomorrow, when a developer is coming, you know, they will look at this chandelier, and what they will do? They will buy something better, at least, right? So your masterpiece chandelier today is outdated tomorrow, okay? And please stay with me because I tend to go all over. You know, my boss is not here, which is my executive admin. She keeps me online. And my wife is not here also. She keeps me online outside the business. So, we're talking about, and Sasha, thank you very much for your beautiful presentation, seriously. We're talking about pre-check-in, right? I was working at the Cairo Sheraton, okay, as a receptionist. Do I share the day and the year or no need? Anyhow, I'm 59 in October. So in the late 70s, early 80s, and before the guests check in, we didn't have computers at that time. We had something called Cardex system. You know what's Cardex system? It's a simple card with all the details of the guest who checked in before. And before the arrival of the guest, the night shift, they go into the Cardex based on the arrival of the next day, check all the guests who are coming back to prepare for their preferences, right? Wow. We discovered US today, right? Okay. In 1999, fast forward, when I joined Four Seasons as director of rooms, and we were in the pre-opening stage, and we were going through all the SOPs, I found that guests can just pick up their luggage and leave. They don't need to go to the reception. Wow. How come? You know, before, if you work in the industry back in the days, guests cannot leave before a bellman. I used to work as a bellman as well. But that was 2 promotions because I started as a lift boy and then I worked as a page boy. These don't exist anymore. So the guests cannot leave for the matured hoteliers, you remember. You cannot check out before the bellman gives a card to the reception stating that all is clear and he is leaving, right? But in Four Seasons, in 1999, you know, guests didn't need to go to the reception. And it was very simple solution. What was the solution? That as the guest is checking in, they sign on the registration card an authorization for the hotel to charge their credit card, whatever they want to charge, and they don't need their approval. So wow, 1999, okay, express checkout, as we used to call it at that time, was happening, right? So what's new? or pre-check-in. I still remember Erhan Bey, he was brilliant from his early age, and I really mean it. I'm not bullshitting it here. He was, at that time, working in the reservation at the prison together, which will open, inshallah, pretty soon in 15th of July, something like that. And he was in the reservation, and we wanted to take advantage of the modern communication, because guests, before arrival, was always in need to get more information about what she or he can do in Sultan Ahmed area and in Istanbul, right? So concierge needed to spend more time with the guest, all right? And at that time, there was something new called Skype or something like that. I don't know if it exists still or not. And he came up with a system that enabled the concierge to spend maximum time with the guest, even visually, right? And explain and fascinate the guest with almost zero cost at that time. We saved lots of money. We created beautiful pre-arrival experiences, right? While taking advantage of the day technology. So what do you want to say, Tarek? What I want to say is, maybe I'm the wrong speaker here, but whatever is happening today and whatever will happen tomorrow in the hotel business is nothing new. Nothing. But what makes the difference is how visionary you are, how smart you are to utilize not today's technology, tomorrow's technology, today, to create the experiences pre or during or after for the guest to enjoy and say, wow, that's fantastic. Okay? Yes, I don't want to spend time in checking in and going and and that's why we have the express checkout where the guest comes in and he's zoomed up to his room, right? Perfect. But a key to all this is what? What do you think? The person makes the difference, all right? How she or he does not waste the time for the guest, actually add quality experiences, right? And emotions that make the guest feels so special and so connected through that individual. I hope I don't see the day where we only have robots communicating with guests. And guess what? Even then, like today, you know what's the best experience in my mind for a guest? Okay? Is a local pension. A local pension is the best, and that's why I'm doing my own business 6 years from today, and it's going to be a pension. And what is a pension? It's basically a mother and a father taking care of 5, 6 rooms where they have this beautiful bond with the guest, and for sure they will be communicating before he comes in with all the amazing technology. Technology is a must. Don't think I'm here to tell you, don't go for it. Actually, you have to go for it. Again, in 2009, something like that, we introduced iPads in Sultan Ahmed for our guests so that they can listen to their own radio channels at that time. Right, sir? Okay? And it was wow. And I remember at that time, people were telling us, not within the hotel, oh, this is too much technology. Did anybody try it before? Did. I don't need anybody to try it. Okay? You have to have the vision. And you have to have the expertise of the guest experience needed element to create these experiences and find out how we can deliver it at the most efficient manner from time and from quality, which will enable us to spend more time with the guest. And don't waste their time trying to go through administration details. So, be very shrewd to know what is there and bring it in that helps you have the time, which is the most precious element for any guest visiting on business or leisure your hotel, okay, that adds to that experience. And that's the ultimate success, I think. But coming back to the post-pandemic, which I'm supposed to talk about, right? For a second, I'm sorry, I did not think that business will die or business will take so long. You know, there were people talking about maybe 25, 2030, and 2050, and I will write it in my will for Ali and Maya and Tala that when you go into the business, maybe at that time, you know, the business will recover. Totally wrong. And I'm not here after the fact, but if you managed to see what I was saying at that time, I was saying exactly the same. So it needs vision from your side, okay, to find out how you can sustain the incredible demand that we are having at the moment, okay? And this doesn't start from today. I'm sorry. It's too late. This should have started from the day you started being in the business. Every day you need to dream. You need to question what is needed, how we can improve it, how we can create more experiences for the guests to enjoy, to talk about, and come back to it, to have more of it, and recommend it to others. And guess what? That's social media today, right? Fantastic. Something new. Exactly? Right? Bullshit. This is the word of mouth. This is the basic marketing theory since man came to earth. They talk about the positive experiences they had. They talk about the negative experiences they had. So the more you create experiences, right, the more word of mouth will market your product, your experience, and sell you better, okay? And how you do it? Do you go one-to-one? No. Again, take advantage of the technologies that it is there and here today and work it to your advantage. But you have to have a substance. Substance is the key to sustain this business now and for the future. I'll give you a little example. We have in Four Seasons Bosphorus a beautiful terrace that during summertime is fantastic. We don't need to do anything, just put chairs. And in wintertime, it was closed totally, right, boss? You were there as well. So come October, all the way to May, that terrace was totally closed. No guests can go in there. You cannot experience anything. So we came up with a simple setup, which we call it glass igloos, right? It's just a simple 8 sides igloo made of glass and heated, and we provided that experience for our guests. Guests loved it, and they enjoyed it tremendously. And guess what? When pandemic came in, it was, again, a second great hit because it provided a safe, healthy environment for them. But when did it come to life? It came before pandemic. Okay. Did we foresee that there will be pandemic? Of course not. Okay? But in our attempt to create more unique experiences for our guests, to be by the Bosphorus in winter while it's snowing or raining, and you don't care about that because you are very well protected in a beautiful environment and enjoying that amazing, one-of-a-kind experience, Europe overlooking Asia and Bosphorus in between, is priceless, right? So what I want to say is, sustaining the business, again, is nothing new. Because you constantly need to find ways to add to guest experience, to create new experiences. And if you continue doing that, you know Viagra? You know Viagra? No Viagra. I don't know it. Thank God. Anyhow, I don't know. Anyhow, when they came up with the pill, I think originally they were not looking for Viagra pill. Or I'm wrong? Right? I'm still 16. I don't know. So, yes, exactly. But as I always say, you need to move to improve. Meaning, in the Viagra case, there is research and development. And in the research of development for these pharmaceutical companies, you know, they are constantly trying to find new cures, new medicine, new. It's not only in medicine, in cars and in hotels and so forth and so forth. So it's like the igloo. We were trying to create a resort experience during winter time, and it was beautiful. And then guess what? Like Viagra again, when COVID came in, it was the best ever thing. I say it's the best ever thing because I think so many people started copying it. So, and that's the key. But you know what's the soul of our business, which is crucial for sustainability here? What? Any guess? You. You are the key, you know? And Sasha, thank you so much. You were talking about, I think, a company that, what's this company? Very famous, that started bringing in hoteliers to work in their company. Amazon, right? So, again, husband and wife. If you don't take care well of your husband, if you don't take good care of your partner, regardless, right? What will happen? The relationship will die, right? And they will leave. So, when people talk today about, for instance, better working environment, right? So that now we woke up and we found out, wow, we don't have people, and they are going, and we cannot attract them back, and so on, right? That's what's happening today, no? Again, it doesn't start today. It should start a long time back. But never give up. Late better than nothing. So, create the right working environment. I still remember, where is he? We started 2 days off, right? In 2007 in Turkey. Or I'm wrong? Yes? Huh? Why? Because the team, God bless them, like in all other hotels, they are giving their very best. And yes, for little money, unfortunately. But again, you are the decision maker to make the difference. You have to constantly look and evaluate the working environment. And guess what? Even if you get a divorce or separation for some time, you know what? And they try somewhere else. If you were sincere, if you were providing the very best, guess what will happen? They will come back. We are opening Four Seasons Sultan Ahmed. I'm sorry, I'm giving an example. I don't mean to talk about Four Seasons or myself, but I'm just trying to give tangible experiences so that I don't sound like I'm preaching for the lost heaven. All the team that is working and opening Four Seasons Sultan Ahmed today, with the exception of one colleague, are ex-Four Seasons. And they are coming back because they had an amazing experience. I come here, fabulous people out of the world. You know, I got so much energy coming through because amazing people here. You know, I'm not excited about the incredible art that is here, incredible marble. It's the people. And that's what you need to do to sustain your business. Take care of your people. Provide more to your people. That's the best return of investment. I cannot go to Ak Bank and tell them, can you give me my monthly investment return if I don't have invested in that hotel, in that bank? You need to invest to get a return. In anything in life, emotions, okay, money, time. So invest in the best of your people, always. And guess what? If you don't do that, forget about the business. I know hotels that cannot run more than 70% because not lack of demand, but because lack of team members to support that level of business. Who is to be blamed? The leaders to be blamed. I'm sorry, but during the pandemic, look at the number of laid off individuals, right? So if you are a partner in a relationship, okay, and suddenly, if you go out with your partner and suddenly there is so much attention to you and so on, much more than your partner, and you start playing around, right? And when the party is over and you go back home, do you expect your partner to be still with you? Dump you now. And that's what happened. So, the core to sustain your business, in summary, number one, your people, your vision, your understanding of your operation, and how to provide tomorrow, today, and more. Coming back to Mourinho, you forgot about Mourinho, right? Mourinho, for those who do not know, is an incredible visionary manager. And his brightness comes only when he is so under pressure. You see, his success mostly are with teams that are not really rated much in the championships that he won. Because he was focused, he was trying to do the right thing all the time. And when he went to big clubs and, like Manchester United, like Tottenham recently, he failed miserably. Because he did not stay, that's my own evaluation, he did not stay true to the soul of his team and game. So, he was nothing. Luckily, he found a club in Italy to accept him as a coach. But yesterday, he made history. He became the only coach in the world to win all the European championships that is today. By being true to the core of his business and being a visionary, amazing leader. I took so much time. Did I answer your question? Yes. Did I answer your question? If there was a question, there was no question.
Bir alkış alalım.
Thank you.